I know they saw you being triggered, but didn't know what triggered you. But didn't care to ask because they didn't care, because they didn't like you in the first place. And all they had to do was just listen. Your life could have been so much more easier. But it's all good. The Lord took those broken pieces and made you whole again. So just in case you wonder what your girl's talking about, let me break it down to you. Let's get it. Have you ever automatically judged someone without taking the time to listen? You automatically knew what the problem was instead of just asking. So I just wanted to come to you and just talk about if you would have only just took the time to listen. You and your mother weren't on good terms ever since you can remember, ever since a little girl. And you always wondered, why am I being treated different? And you get a little up in age, and then you talk to your mom, and then you tell your mother, you say, well, mother, why did you treat me like that? And they don't have an answer for you. But you always try to explain yourself, and you always see you were the loud one. You always had to get your point across. It's like nobody hears you. So your loud voice automatically make you look like trouble. You was that child that always lashed out, that was always frustrated, because every time you tried to talk to your parents about something simple, about life, about boys, about sex, about how to be treated. But how can a person treat you right when they don't even love themselves? But if she would have only took the time to listen to you, you wouldn't have been half as bad. You could have been way better. You could have spared everybody a whole lot of frustration, a whole lot of loud mouth, a whole lot of backlash, a whole lot of wanting to, all because everybody always put you out to be the problem, because you were the one with the good heart. You were the one that'll give the shirt off your back. But then they will poke you, and when they poke you, they are looking for a reaction. But then when you give a reaction, then all of a sudden you become the crazy one. You become the problem child. Just like your fathers. Some of your fathers probably treated you different from the brother or the sister, right? And you wasn't perfect. You always had a little struggle here and there in life. And you just want to talk to your dad, fellas. You just want to talk to your dad. And then your dad is always loud. He's always blaming you for everything. But if he would just took the time to listen. That's why if you just take the time to listen, you will have better children. If you just take the time to take a deep look in the mirror and see what is causing this frustration. What causes this child to act out? What unhealed hurt and trauma and pain that goes on in that child's life that could have been talked about? Because see, you can become what you do not like. You can have built up pain so deep down on the inside that you thought that you was healed from, because you never got that apology from your mother or your father for not listening. And maybe they never got one from their parents for not listening to them. And it just trickles down and it trickles on until somebody breaks the cycle. Some people parents have passed away at an early age and they was forced to raise themselves. So they didn't have their mother figure or their father figure. And, they began to resent people that had that. People that had a mother or a father that actually talked to them, listened to them, mentored them, and guided them through life because that's something that they never had. Then finally they would come up with this fabricated story that the reason that you were treated like that is because you were the strong one. You were the strong one, so it was automatically okay for you to be tormented. It was automatically okay to feel like a pariah in your own family. It was okay for you to be misused, but all you wanted was your mother or your father to just listen. But when you got loud, it seemed like that's the only way that you were heard. Yes, and when you was loud, you was heard. And when you was in the street, it felt like your point mattered. You probably ran away from home many of time. You probably joined the gang because you didn't feel the love at home, so you found love in the streets. And you found what you was going through, and that's why the relationship that you end up in was so toxic because that's all you saw in your own household. You saw arguing, you saw fighting, and then you saw partying, and it's like, when does it stop? When do somebody say enough is enough? Do not become what you don't want to see, because a lot of parents, a lot of us, we think that we are so healed. We feel like nothing can touch us. And sometimes you could be acting just like your mother and you don't even realize it because it became a defense mechanism to you because you always felt like, I need to be heard, like it's just like a chosen child, like everything around you, no matter what you got yourself into. And when you were in the streets, you didn't go around doing bad things, but you were able to see bad things, and you was able to see it from miles away. And when you saw it, you didn't want to be like that person. You always said, I don't want to be like him, I don't want to be like her. And then you had friends around you. You said, "Oh, I don't want to be like him. I don't want to be like her." And you saw it, and you just said, "You know what? I'm not gonna be one of them." You saw the way your parents act, and you said, "I don't want to be like that." It's like the Lord had His hands on you the whole time, and He did. And you knew chaos when you just saw it. Like sometimes you can't even explain it. You just saw chaos, like before it happened, minutes before it happened. You already knew it was going to be something. You already knew the outcome of that situation, and you knew who were going to be involved in that situation. Y'all, we had parents that did some crazy things. It couldn't, you could never out top the crazy things your parents did, and they still look at you like you crazy. Funny, not funny, but then you realize, you say, you know what? Somebody's got to break this cycle, and that somebody has got to be you. I don't care how loud they think you are. I don't care how crazy they think you are. What it is you see things for what they really are, and you des- you do not deserve to be treated that way. And why do your parents always say, "Well, I'm still your mother. Well, I'm still your father"? It's like, duh. I'm still a mother. I'm still a father. That's what you're telling yourself. You just sit back and think about things, and you are a strong individual if you keep on going in the midst of brokenness, in the midst of pain. You can still stand 10 toes down and be a warrior. You are a warrior everywhere you go, every room you walk into. It's like people actually looked up to you. People actually thought that your life was going to stay in chaos. But see, the Lord said, if you take one step, I'll take two. Everybody don't want to take that first step. All they want to do is just point the blame and point the finger for the reason why they act the way they act. Don't you be one, y'all. I pray that y'all be blessed with this message. Goodbye.